Have you ever felt like you're being followed? What if I told you that every single second you spend online, an invisible entity is watching your every move, taking notes on what you like, where you live, and even what kind of cat food you prefer? No, this isn't the plot of a high-tech spy thriller. It's the reality of the digital world we live in. And the culprit behind this massive surveillance operation? It's something that sounds surprisingly delicious. We're talking about cookies. But before you head to the kitchen, these aren't the kind of cookies your grandma makes. These are internet cookies, the hidden integral gears that keep the modern internet spinning. But are they helpful assistants making your life easier, or are they digital spies sold to the highest bidder? Today, we're going into the code to uncover everything you need to know about the cookies in your computer. So, what actually is an internet cookie? Technically, they're also known as HTTP cookies, web cookies, or browser cookies. Simply put, cookies are small blocks of data that are sent to and from your browser to identify you. When you open a website, your browser sends a piece of data to the web server hosting that site. This data usually looks like a messy string of numbers and letters in a simple text file. A single cookie can be as large as 4,096 bytes. Small for a movie, but massive for a piece of text. And your browser might be carrying 3,000 of them right now. Think of it like a coat check ticket at a concert. When you arrive, you give the service your coat, your identity for that session, and they give you a ticket. That ticket has no value to anyone else at the concert, but it is tailored exactly to you. Without it, you're not getting your coat back. Not all cookies are digital creeps. In fact, many are essential. These are often called first-party cookies, and they are created directly by the website you're visiting. They improve your experience by remembering your preferences, login details, and shopping cart items. Imagine walking into a massive library where nobody knows your name. Every time you want to check out a book, you have to explain who you are, over and over again. Frustrating, right? Authentication cookies solve this. They save your info, your username, password, and which account you're using. By using a unique session identifier, the cookie tells the website, hey, it's still them, let them in. This allows you to browse through different pages of the same site without having to log in every 5 seconds. Without them, every click would likely require you to re-log in. But then there's the second type, third-party cookies. These guys are the real detectives. Unlike first-party cookies, these are set by external domains, like advertisers or analytic services. They record your web usage and save information about your session to track your activity across multiple websites. Have you ever noticed how after you search for a new pair of sneakers on one site, suddenly sneakers are following you everywhere? That's the third-party cookie at work. They collect data about your behavior to build a detailed user profile. This isn't just for fun, it's big business. In fact, this kind of ad tracking drives nearly 90% of Google's income. It keeps tabs on your browsing history so platforms can hunt you down with personalized ads. And here is the scary part. Some cookies refuse to stay dead. Meet the zombie cookie. These are pieces of data hidden outside your browser's regular storage, like in Flash or HTML5 web storage. If you delete your regular cookies, the zombie cookie detects the absence and automatically recreates them. Then you have super cookies. These aren't even stored on your device. They use something called unique identifier headers injected by your service provider. They are available to any website that requests them and are nearly impossible to remove. You can't clear them by deleting your cache, and most ad blockers can't even touch them. They're the ultimate tracking nightmare. Since many websites use cookies as the only way to identify you, they're a prime target for hackers. If an attacker steals your authentication cookie, a process called session hijacking, they don't need your password. From the server's perspective, the hacker is you. They could transfer money or access your sensitive data just by showing that stolen ticket. This is why security flags are so important. A secure cookie can only be transmitted over an encrypted HTTPS connection, making it way harder to steal via eavesdropping. And an HTTP-only cookie cannot be accessed by JavaScript, which blocks common cross-site scripting attacks that try to snatch your data. This privacy concern got so big that the world's government stepped in. Laws like the GDPR in Europe and the CCPA in California require websites to get your informed consent before dropping non-essential cookies. That's why you're constantly clicking accept every time you visit a new site. But wait, are these banners actually helping? A study of 10,000 UK websites found that only 11.8% followed the minimal legal requirements. Many use dark patterns to make rejecting cookies as difficult as possible. Still, 84% of consumers say they are more willing to share data if the company is transparent about why they're collecting it. So, what's the future of the cookie? We're entering the cookieless era. Browsers like Safari and Firefox have already blocked third-party cookies by default to protect you. But don't think the tracking is stopping. Companies are shifting to first-party data strategies, focusing on building direct relationships with you through forms and accounts. There's also contextual advertising, which shows you ads based on the content you're reading right now, like showing hiking gear ads on a trail guide rather than tracking your whole life history. It's a cleaner, more private way to keep the internet free. At the end of the day, cookies are a vital part of the internet. Without them, the web would be a clunky, frustrating mess where you're a stranger every time you click a link. But with that convenience comes a price. You might think you're browsing the web, but the web is actually browsing you. Every click and every accept you hit is building a digital version of yourself that exists in a server somewhere. Your browsing habits, your mouse clicks, and even your scrolling speed can be used to identify you. So the next time that accept cookies box pops up, ask yourself, is the convenience worth the trail you're leaving behind? Want to take back control? You're not helpless. You can go into your browser settings right now and clear your cookies for a fresh start. Browsers like Microsoft Edge even offer built-in tracking prevention and store your passwords with local data encryption to keep you safe. Don't let the crumbs lead them back to you. What do you think? Is a personalized internet worth the loss of your privacy? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next dive into the digital shadows. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.